What's going on, YouTube family? I have returned once again with another crazy story, and this one it actually fits the characteristics and the criteria of all of the missing 411 cases because of how everything went down. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get right to it. All right, now this is a story about a hiker that went missing in Devil's Den State Park. Okay, now as you know, that from what David Paulides always says, that whenever people disappear in these areas, there's always the word devil in the name, or just got some weird name that sounds kind of ominous, or I even say demonic. I don't know, but it's all very, very strange. But this happened in Washington County, or at least the area that posted the story is in Washington County. I guess the station is called KFSM, and it was saying that rescue crews are searching for a man who went missing while hiking at Devil's Den State Park on Sunday, August 27th. Now, this man that disappeared, his name is Rodney Letterman, 33 years old, of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Excuse me. Now, he was last seen around noon on Sunday when the man was separated from his hiking partner. Now, this information is coming from the officials at Devil's Den. Now they also said that Letterman has a medical condition. I don't know what that medical condition is. They didn't mention that in the story, but hopefully if they get a chance to talk to the parents or the family, then they'll find out exactly what this medical condition is, because that may determine what could have happened to him. But at the same time, we also know that people who have medical conditions or have a handicap are the ones that's always being taken. And those handicaps would be blindness, or they can't talk, or they're too young to talk like children, or they're too young to understand, or you got your elderly who can barely walk and probably walk with a cane, and then you have the other half of these people that disappear, which would be the intelligent ones, like astrophysicists or professors at a university or a college. These things happen, and he fits that category because he had a medical condition. Now, moving on. Now, Letterman and his friend were hiking the Butterfield Trail when the other person went back to the car to retrieve some medical supplies for Letterman. However, he was nowhere to be found when the other hiker returned. Now, Tim Scott, who is with the Arkansas State Parks, said that Letterman is described as 6 feet tall and weighing in at 240 pounds. So he's fairly young, and obviously he, has a very, from what I can see, he has a very, good-looking build. Looks very healthy. Got a little pot belly, but that's beside the point. But anyway, now Washington, Franklin, and Sebastian counties have crews searching for the man. Crews scaled back the search on Thursday, August 31st, and moved the command center to Devil's Den headquarters. Now, they have had a total of 127 volunteers and paid searchers. They have searched close to 4,000 acres and 6 square miles. Now, for anybody out there within the sound of my voice that may have information about Letterman, you should contact Washington County Dispatch at 479-444-5712. Okay? Now, my thing about this case is, like I said, it fits a lot of the characteristics with this case. The fact that he had a medical condition is something that happens with a lot of people who disappear in national parks, national forests, or in your urban areas. Why that happens, I don't know. What do they need with these people? I don't know that either. But I do know one thing. You have to look at all of the facts that David Paulides puts out. It tells you a very crazy story. The one thing I always say in all my videos, if there is a very weird question that surrounds the death of a person that was found, or the remains or anything dealing with a person that just disappeared, you need to have a weird answer to answer the weird question. There is no escaping that. You can't use a logical answer to answer a weird question. That is just impossible. Very impossible. Now, how these people are turning up the way they are, I don't know. But it's all sorts of characteristics that surround all this stuff. You got your people who just seemingly vanish after going into a national park, and there's no evidence found whatsoever. People try to say maybe it was a mountain lion. A mountain lion does not clean up his mess. Okay, it may drag the body, but they will attack the neck to suffocate the person or strangle them with their jaws, and then they will go for the gut, take out all the guts, eat them up, do whatever. But they leave a mess. They don't just say, okay, let's make sure we clean up after we eat. That's what humans do. We clean up after we eat. Well, most of us anyway. But anyway, the whole point is there's no way that a mountain lion or any other kind of animal would do stuff like that, because they gnaw at the body. They don't devour the body. And I say this in a lot of other cases too, when you got body parts that are found. Tiny little bones sometimes, like a tibia bone or an ankle bone, or the top of someone's skull. Wiped clean with no DNA on it whatsoever. What could possibly do that? I've talked about what Derek Tyler said in the past about how he was saying that reptilian aliens like to eat humans, preferably children and young children. Well, babies and young children. Okay? So if they're not found, but the only thing you do find is the skull, like Jared added Daryl, maybe that could be what the reason is. And the fact that we don't know that that's what it is because they stay in seclusion. Okay, a lot of these creatures stay in seclusion. Now, you also have to believe that there is another reality out there. And this reality consists of all these creatures that we know so much about, like Dogman, reptilian aliens. You got the Chupacabra. You got the Jersey Devil, Mothman. Bigfoot of all creatures. All these creatures exist in this timeline, in this reality, but they come from another dimension. People don't never see that happening because they're always very good at hiding themselves. Same thing with Bigfoots. Bigfoots, you would think, are nocturnal, but they're not. They walk around during the day, and they also walk around during the night. But at the same time, you have to believe that there is a reality out there that we're not aware of. Okay, I told you before that this planet has a secret origin and a secret background that we know nothing about. Okay, why are they keeping it from us? I don't know. We live here, so we should know, I would imagine. But for some reason, they don't want to tell us. And they would rather keep it a secret and throw all of this so-called fake reality in our faces to make us believe what they want us to believe. Okay, the minute we look at a story about that, the first thing we're going to say is, oh, that can't be real. That's just a story. Somebody made that up. But think about it. Where did the story come from? I'm not saying that they're not capable of coming up with these ideas. I'm not saying that. If you're smart, you're smart. And if you got an active imagination, you got an active imagination. But these ideas come from some type of reality from way back in the past. Somebody had to have seen it. And the story about what they saw was passed down from generation to generation of humans. Okay? It was like a story that got probably told over so many times that by the time it got to this point in time, okay, then we just think it's a story. Like the werewolf. People didn't really know too much about the werewolf until that very first movie came out back in the early 30s about the werewolf. And that was your typical werewolf where, it didn't look like the ones we see today with the long snout and the high water feet, where it stands up and it kind of bends a little bit at the ankle or whatever, or at the knee. Is basically just what people think is a story that probably was told more times in England or London than it was here. Like Werewolf in London, which is depicted from earlier times when that first movie came out back in the early 30s. So, like I said, these ideas, these stories had to have come from some reality way back in the past. You know, and it was probably recorded by someone that actually saw these things, or they may even saw this thing come through some sort of dimensional portal where it just looked like it just faded into reality from nothing, like it just walked out of an invisible wall or something like that, or an invisible door. You know, who knows? You know, but these ideas had to come from something. You know, something that is real. So for people to just instantly believe that it's just a story or it's a fairy tale or folklore, you know, folkloric stories are based on reality and true events, to me personally, because I have seen a lot of things, you know, in my time that would be looked at as a story, like UFOs or ghosts and stuff. Some people still don't even believe in ghosts. They think that it's just a figment of the imagination or whatever, you know, or they think they were seeing things or they were hallucinating. That's not the case, people. But all I'm saying is, it is what it is. But that's it on this video. I gotta go because I gotta get ready for work. You know. Oh, and to one of my viewers, I want to make sure I get this in because he wanted me to look up some names that some people that disappeared in Argentina. This one goes out to Lefritax on YouTube. You told me to look up Maria Cash and Sofia Herrera, and I will be doing it. I'll try and make I'll sometime this week because I'm going to be out and I'm going to be, you know, having fun with friends and family because of the Labor Day and all this. So I'll be, you know, off for a whole week from my job. So I will make provisions to look up these women and make a video about it sometime within the next week. Okay, so while I'm off, I'll have plenty of time to do that, and I will do that. That video is going to be for you, my friend. I want to let you know I didn't forget. You know, it's just I've been real busy with working and all these other videos that I already had, you know, lined up to put up here, including the interviews and everything. So, like I said, I am going to do that. This one's going to be for you, so no fret. And to all my other viewers and subscribers, thank you very, very much. I love you guys for doing what you're doing, you know, to get the word out there, sharing the videos and all that stuff. And I can tell you right now, there is more to come. I can guarantee you that there's going to be more videos, more interviews, hopefully in the near future, and there will be more truth coming out with people who are coming forward with what they experienced in national parks or even with UFOs or Bigfoot, whatever. Those will be the topics of my shows, you know, from now on, you know, along with the missing 411 cases, because the word paranormal has so many different levels. Okay, it stretches out in all directions, so it doesn't have to always be about people who disappear in national parks. You got all this other stuff that happened that's really strange that we can't seem to explain. So that will be the focus of my channel from now on. I'm still going to be talking about a big portion of the missing 411 cases, guaranteed. But I'm also going to add all this other stuff to broaden the horizons in my channel and hopefully bring in more viewers and bring in more people who want to talk about what they experience. So if you guys are one of them people, you know how to find me. Hit me up. You know, you'll see my my email in the description box below. You know, and you send me an email with your phone number. I will call you. We will set up something, and we will let the world know what really happens out there. Okay. So, without further ado, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for work. It's almost time for me to walk out the door. Anyway, so you know how I do it at the end of my videos every time. At the end, aloha, mahalo, and ahuiho. Peace out, guys. Have a great day.